I'm reading a great book at the minute called The Courage to Be Disliked. And I like these kind of books where you're learning about yourself. Like I have loved, and if you know me at all, you know I've recommended The Artist's Way. Fantastic book. Just like to recover your inner creative or artist or whatever it is, like writing, painting, dancing, make it anything. But in it, it's like a workbook that you can just get to know yourself more. And then there's some lovely books I've read, like The Self-Love Habit, The Positive Habit, The 4 Agreements. These are like just highlight ones that I definitely would recommend to anyone just that wants to learn more about themselves or learning. I suppose they're a bit self-help books. Then recently I read The Self-Love. The Neuroscience of Self-Love. That's what it was. That was a really lovely book as well. And a lot of them kind of have repeating themes, but it's always good to read things again and again just so they get in and stay in your head. But I have found that reading these, there's some Brene Brown books that I've loved as well. She's done some amazing books. There's one that, what did I read recently? There's one that I really loved about her. It's called The Atlas of the Heart. And it's like a whole encyclopedia of emotions and understanding those emotions. And when you understand emotions, it helps you understand yourself a bit more. And you're like, oh, that's what I was feeling. Oh, that's where that comes from. And like, so I love the Enneagram. And the Enneagram, if you haven't already done it, is a personality test where there's like 1 to 9. So everyone's different types. So you're type 1, type 2, type 3, whatever. They all have a different title to them, but they're all based on your childhood pattern. And that's why you are that number. And apparently you're that number forever. You're never going to change numbers. Now, there's some numbers that can have like connections or some that are a bit similar to each other. But if you're interested, read up about it. It's really interesting. I had a book on it, The Wisdom of the Enneagram, where it gives all the information, and then it has like little bits about it where it tells you about your childhood pattern. So it's basically whatever situation that you were faced with in childhood, it kind of dictates the personality that you're gonna have. So for instance, there's like number 1 is like the reformer, number 2 is the helper, number 3 is the achiever. Like for instance, the achiever, number 3, if you were given more love or more attention by your parents or family or whatever when you were younger for doing something, then that's what you understand, that you're only gonna get kind of love if you do something. And then I'm not explaining this very well, but if say for instance you were really good at playing football and your parents only gave you love when you did a really good job playing football when you were young, and you're like, oh, you did so great in the game, you're just amazing. So then you kind of see, I get love when I'm good at something and when I achieve something. So then later in life you are kind of driven by this understanding that you are only worthy when you're doing something valuable and you're successful in something, and so you achieve. So you're constantly driven to achieve, and it's not bad or good thing, it's just that's what it is. But in the Enneagram there are different levels of health. So you have, when you are maybe I suppose self-aware enough that you can understand these qualities about you, you can use them for good and help yourself evolve and improve. But if you're not really aware of things, then there's the unhealthiest levels of that number as well. And apparently you stay that number forever. So I'm interested. I've done the test a couple of times and I'm still the same number every time as well. But I think it's interesting to learn about yourself in these ways, because then it can help you understand what direction to take in life. Like if I know what I like and what I definitely don't like, then I know what aligns with me, and then I know what kind of path to follow in life. For instance, the number that I am, it makes sense the jobs that I've taken in life, and it also makes sense the things that drive me in life. Without giving too much information, I'm a number 2. So number 2 is like the helper, and it makes sense why I would get into coaching and teaching I like to help people, and it is something that I understand that I'm loved when I am helping others. So for some reason I like to help people, and I like to do it because it makes me feel loved. But if I have people that like that I'm helping them, then I feel even more loved, or whatever it is. Anyway, there are there's some other great personality tests, but I'd highly recommend, if you're into learning more about yourself, those books. And the Enneagram test is a really good one, but even there's like another one, there's 16 personalities, and they have like letters to describe them. They're like E, N, F, J. Anyway, go try them out if you're interested in learning about yourself.